time I said no, I need fast.
Welcome once again to the Stiff Culture Podcast. As we see, the Stiff Culture Podcast is a very fantastic, innovative, creative podcast where you say anything, just kawadri. Do you get it? Our people, we say what we have to say, the right things, the right way. Some may be controversial, but Charlie, how we go take them? So today, I'm with my G's, the guys, Sly, as usual.
Usual suspects.
Usual suspects. And then also one of our good friends, one of our innovators in our team. We've worked together for quite a long time. It's been years since we started working. Ronald Dumelo.
Thank you very much.
The creator and founder of Rondumel Studios.
Yeah.
And
Is Rondumel limited now?
Right now it's limited.
Yes,
Limited.
I've registered trade.
Okay.
So clockwise,
And
Bobby Babo.
now we have
Hello.
our official application, the Clockwise app. You can check it out in our bios. Download them. Subscribe. We don't subscribe.
I didn't
You know,
We don't subscribe.
I'll use our Play Store.
on Play Store. But download our app actually. Download that. It's a social media app, right? Made in
Campaign
Ghana.
easy, yeah, BBB.
Yes, Yana a creative app. He's the chief engineer. We are the creative advisors. So
Elon Musk
download
correct.
Clockwise, and then let's enjoy social media the Ghanaian way. Okay. So today we want to discuss something interesting. It's about the African parenting and how social media is having effect on it. So we realized that there was this tweet going around about a young girl who she was actually recording whatever her family was saying.
This one there is upon personal request from Bilal. So
Me, I've not really seen it. I heard the audio from someone narrating the whole thing, but that's what
I
the
watched
video that
the
me,
video.
I've not seen it.
I personally watched the video. It was a little bit disheartening.
It was one of our friends who was complaining, or she actually introduced us to that video. We got talking about it, and we felt we had to discuss it on the podcast.
Because me, I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, so
And I know the narration. And what's the person like? I mean, Nadrin like for me. Do you understand? Yeah. So I want to know like how.
So basically, it
like
was
how the whole thing.
I think we will just show the video, then the audience will also get to know what we are about.
Okay.
Well, okay.
Kiki. There is nothing in this life that pointed to the fact that my future is secure in your hand. I have not seen that thing. I have not seen it, and I don't deceive myself. Anybody else can deceive himself or herself. I don't deceive myself. My future, I don't know the way to deal with you. But I thank God it's not only me that I have that future. Don't sell your body now to buy iPhone. Your mates are buying iPhone.
A child of a pastor must be like every person.
Those that have admission to study medicine in their life, because they don't ask for. Those that have admission to study medicine in their life, they don't ask for iPhone. Not talk of you. Who did not even get admission to study Yoruba. Those that get admission on platter of gold, they will never ask for iPhone because they have future. They have aim for their life that what matters to them is their education. Gain admission, get out school, then you some school, come out, what we could there, could job, what we could job, what we could job.
How do you think? Why are you not thinking? How do you think, God for God? Why do you not like giving me pain? You can never think. You can never discuss it.
It's not until when a boy, a guy is carrying girlfriend, boyfriend, it's not until when you see that a guy is a bad or this thing. She's already corrupt. More than corruption is herself. She knows what she does on phone. She knows what she does with her body. So it's not a matter of I'm seeing somebody with boyfriend. But that is already what you want. So if they give you handout money or any money for anything, the only thing you will use to achieve is iPhone. Like you will not sell somebody's property to achieve money.
So we've all seen the video.
But wait, so how old is she? How old is she?
18.
18.
But the
She wants iPhone 8.
say well you want no the 8 national.
No, X in boy and XRB.
Just we need on size because we need
Ah wait, 8.
That's what I'm saying.
Eight,
She knows the
8 is lower
condition
than
of the
10.
parents.
8, then 8 plus or something, right? Then X.
X.
Yeah.
There's no 9.
So the thing is, the worry one of our friends was sharing was the fact that the video was saying you didn't even pass your JAM exams.
Yeah, what? JAM exam.
The Nigerian.
Nigerian.
It's like WASI or a common entrance into university or something.
Oh, okay.
You weren't able to pass. Yet still you have math to request for things. Fine, it's normal. But in the first place, why was her camera on? What was the purpose of the camera being on?
That's a very good question.
Because it now felt as if she knew what was coming. So she wanted to record their reactions and then share it on social media. Because you posting this on TikTok or Twitter or whatever, what was the purpose of it? If you've asked something from your parents and they are not giving to you, why do you have to come and share this kind of thing on social media? African parents, what do you when you say that? You see, what I am not understanding is what do you mean by African parent?
You know, I'll chip in over here. One thing about our current generation, it has to do with trying to please the outside world. You get it, and we like putting ourselves out as victims. Yeah, it's more or less now like a lifestyle, like playing victims of circumstance. Now, you place the camera on, ask the question, knew exactly when to turn on the camera. Knew, fam, this video, the abusive words, I won't condone it. But the main issue for here is this action was premeditated. You knew what will come. That means you've been asking, they've been telling you, oh, I can't, oh, maybe we don't get. But you knew that they've had it to hear. So you are pushing them to. And after you got the video, what did you do? You came to post it online. People, like you said, social media, everybody can voice out their opinion.
They just share their views,
but
regardless.
Have somebody sat down to ask the girl that, have you also done what has been asked of you from your parents, that you're also asking something from them?
Yeah. You know, the reason why I asked you about the age, 18, it means that since she's 18 years, she's a teenager.
Of course.
And from what I know and what I have perhaps seen from especially from the ladies' side, when they are teens, like I don't know, like there's this kind of attitude that comes from the females. So this one, I would say that she has already experienced this thing countless.
That phase.
Yeah.
So let's say from 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, there will be a definite, an instance where she has experienced this already. So I will say that it's true, like she turned on the camera at the right moment. Or it will be another scenario that maybe she wanted to trigger them to see how, because iPhone 8.
But the thing is that triggering them, if you wanted to trigger them, what was the caption that you wrote?
You said, So, another thing too is saying, this is not the first time we are seeing this kind of videos.
Mm-hmm. Let me see.
There is this guy on TikTok, I've forgotten his name. He has some bald head. Like, he mimics American way parents and like how parents treat their children and how I think Ghanaians or Nigerians, the way his accent is, I don't know, but
it's
like
the Ghanaian,
the African way, like and you say you devilish child or something. Those kind of things, like you be insulting the child, like trying to.
Not to cut it. This was the caption from here. POV. Your birthday is coming, and as a responsible girl, you asked your dad for an iPhone 8.
As a responsible
girl, you asked your dad for an iPhone 8. That was where the wahala started.
So she felt asking for something was responsible of her. I get you.
Yeah, we should not misquote her.
I'm not misquoting.
Yeah.
She being responsible in the fact that maybe she's gotten advances or things, but as a responsible person, she came to her parents to ask for it.
Let's take it like
something like that.
I beg you read it again. I'll read the number. Let me see.
All right.
As a responsible
POV, that's I don't know.
Point of view.
Your birthday is coming, and as a responsible girl,
you
ask your dad for an iPhone 8.
What is the responsible?
What's the responsible
part
about
of
this? That's what we want to understand.
I know if you talk now. She says she's a responsible girl. That means that to me, how I will understand it from this point is, she does everything her parents ask of her. Like she's respectful, she's that. You get the normal moral.
Then it means
but in the video, the parents were all saying
she didn't do all in her. Is it jams or jam or something?
Jam.
So it was buzz everywhere.
Yeah. So now to what we were asking, African parenting and how social media is also portraying it. Are we trying to put ourselves in the shoes of Europeans or Westerners, or we want to adapt the life of the Western culture, neglecting the things that we see as norms here?
Oh no. I won't go to that extent. I think that every parent would like that their children will live in comfort. But come on, fam. Circumstances may not be allowing them to. I don't think it's papa per se like by this time. They will, that's my son, that's my daughter. Like they want to be proud. And the system nowadays, they tell us not to blame the system too much. But nowadays, dude, their parents are trying to keep afloat, but the system just they
eat you.
Charlie, it's not easy, So sometimes the frustration is over here, so you come and break the person's more.
My question about the African parenting is, we term African parenting as strict and then harsh. That is when they say African parenting in quote, it means that being strict on kids and being harsh on kids. Like the father just saying that go and do prostitution.
The father said that in again.
Yeah, but to me that's
I think I have
to. That's too far. But you see that growing up, it's so simple to hear our parents saying, "Foolish boy, go and do this."
John,
and then we Jimmy but hardly would you hear a Westerner scolding their kids in a certain manner. So now it's like we are trying to adapt to the
but
system.
But they scold their kids.
Stop it! Don't do this. If you do this, you will face the wall. Me, Ghana man, go datus. Yeah. Do you know how many times I faced the wall? What did it change in my life?
You faced the wall. You are grounded.
One finger.
No Wi-Fi for the next 2 weeks.
And I'm sad because of
no Xbox.
So what I feel is that they do not. People, especially those who were bashing the parents, especially, they are looking at settings, but they are not looking at the background of it. You are only looking at we are all human beings. But from which place do you come from? We come from a different setting. We have culture, traditions. We have certain things we call norms. They also have their own way of living. So if we compare these things, it affects us.
Yeah, I understand you. It's true. Your question is very deep. Honestly, it's very intelligent and deep. But I really want us to start from somewhere like a little bit shallow. Then we build onto that point. The truth is, none of us here. Are you a parent or?
Yeah, I know the parent.
It's a long story.
I'm not the parent.
Sly actually has 2 kids.
Because I'm a more older.
I'm not a parent, I'm still a virgin. I'm saving myself.
So honestly, you can't. You think that you understand your parents, or you will think that your parents don't understand you, but then it's very complicated. So I'm trying to choose the words rightly. But the thing is that we are not parents. We don't know how they are feeling. And from the video, I think you were saying that she failed the jam.
I think she's yet to even get admission.
So like earlier on, you were saying that like the parents want to feel proud. You get it.
Yes,
so like now that you failed the jam or the exam that you write or whatever it is, like now that you fail it,
because it's your birthday, I should just buy you a phone.
Like you failed it. At least think about how you are going to pass it. Like
how we should even pay your fees.
How are we even paying your fees or something? You see, like that's the point that you have to look from the perspective of the parents. But then the kid too, this thing is 50-50. But from the kid too, let me put it this way: you don't know, like the way the world changes, like it changes very fast. We were here and then Facebook was like something that was vibe and stuff. Now TikTok and I think Instagram too is Snapchat. Like the world is really moving fast. Now AI has taken in everything. Coding right now. When you are coding, you can even just go on ChatGPT and then put the instruction there and copy it. Like now the thing is moving fast. So it's like maybe the parents for some reason are lacking, like
that understand the revolve.
Why are cake?
Yeah,
like
the
revolution.
when
I bring it,
so let me add that. Like we have an account adage. Emre Dani and Usu Dani. So maybe the parents.
So in that aspect, that it makes sense. As in times are changing, so they also have to adapt to certain.
Yeah, you see, the thing is saying maybe the girl who was asking for the iPhone 8, like. Perhaps she knew the parents' pocket or something. It's not a pedal can be iPhone 8. No, I talk man. Like I'm looking at the good side of what she said or what she did. Like auto iPhone 8 no manner. Then maybe like she'll be able to manage it. Then use it for more or good content. You know, iPhone 8 maybe I'm using the X I'm using. The camera is still good. So I'm predicting that the 8 will be very good, or it will be a standard. I know iPhones their cameras they are very good. You see, so like for me, I'm thinking say maybe she wanted to use it to do her TikTok stuff. You see, and then get more money. And you see when sometimes to the parents they'll come to your room and they'll be like.
We need TV side.
But meanwhile,
they tell you so them the behind portrait.
Computer. But they don't know what the computer is actually
doing.
True. But
it's true.
I sorry to cut you. I understand what you're saying perfectly well, because using experience, I'm not a parent, but a lot of things that I started doing, taking responsibilities of household matters like family things, business and stuff. Look, you become so keen and very particular about even how you spend on particular things. So if suddenly somebody just comes and like a friend just comes to you and then Charlie, Mom, 100 beer. Like in your head, all of it, if you are not careful, you lash out and be like, who need me bottom? You won't think it just came and
frustration.
Yes, so probably in that sense, as you're saying, we are looking at the positive aspect. But in another aspect, probably the parents are already going through a certain phase of frustration, because the fact that they even saying that
that means that
there's something.
You've been persistent with the thing and they've been telling you.
I have an example from me and Kasa. You see, the thing is, my mom, like, I really love her that one day. But then the thing is, like, she wanted something, like, cause school not like. They be a shedem, you are coding. What are you doing?
She didn't know what programming meant.
She doesn't know what programming, like, why are you in the room when someone is outside carrying cement? like not like
Not
but
that
like
kid, but
people
she
are
felt
out
hard
there.
work.
Yeah, people are
You
out
have to
there
use your
doing
strength
something.
to work.
They leave the house and but you know they be a shedem. Like every day you're in the house coding.
I don't want Saka.
What is I think
It's
Oliver.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
think
like
they
the
did it to him.
The programming that my old boy also did the same thing. What do you need a machine for? I'm doing multimedia work. We started a company. Then we are also coding. And
But every day
he
you are
didn't
in-
understand that. No, they didn't understand. He knew get a white collar job or factory job.
Yeah.
Like
You
every
do this
day.
kind-
No, sorry.
Yeah, so if they see you being home always behind the screen, they feel you are just being lazy.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Let me give an example.
Yeah,
This
you continue.
Equia official she's on TikTok. I don't know whether I'm mentioning it right, but Equia official. Every day, like she takes the camera and puts it like in front of her with a tripod and something. And she's doing her dancing and stuff. A typical parent
Go lash you.
will I don't know, will scrutinize her or something.
Yeah.
Like I think by now they know that she
Now they've gotten an
now they understand that the dancing that she does, she gets a lot of followers, like sponsors and stuff. Do you get it? So me, it's a very complex thing.
We cannot judge nor condemn them.
It's a very complex
One
thing.
way or the other, we can't. But the way our friend also sent it out, we had to say something just so we get the views of others. Because I don't want to sound insulting, but Twitter, one way or the other, is a bit biased in terms of how people take things. Because if a 13-year-old or a 15-year-old is on Twitter, he can say whatever he wants because
Funny enough.
he is not knowledgeable in
Yeah.
terms of certain things. Do you get it? But if you are on real platforms where people have to voice out to tell you that, look, we are old enough to understand certain things. Managing our own affairs, our own businesses and stuff, we've realized that, Charlie, and that forms how we see African parents. And that form and that form kitty. So how ebi akwa ni bisano? Ebi I no show me before. Not because they don't want to buy or something, but
I'll cut your background now. We're being by your cry. See the way they frustrate. Now somebody ask you for phone.
and in this economic recession,
Charlie,
do you get it?
But
the times are also bad.
you see one thing, Twitter, like I really do like that application, but that's by force wokeness. That's what is really worrying with the youth in our settings. By force wokeness, they always want to be politically correct. Like you get, but Charlie,
American,
you and I know say what you write there, what you do.
American,
I know they
like,
sing.
we all want to be Westerners now.
You
Everybody
get
wants to think like a
You
white
get,
person.
only a few people that you see say their life reflect
I
them.
mean you've seen a level of success.
In their life.
yeah.
You get
So we
it.
feel that because
If
of
you
the
copy
side-
them.
yeah,
But it's not that.
but that's what we're saying. The culture is also a factor.
So someone go type something over there with lifestyle and thing, giving opinions, but you and I know you go home, you do the direct opposite.
It's just like the last thing we'll say. It's just like whooping a child in America or in the Western countries.
With them.
You dare not. But the blacks are still there whooping the kids.
They don't.
Because
Now it
They
has
do.
been-
Now
it
they-
has
they
really
don't. I think
reduced.
they
has
schools
been
they
doing
don't.
It has
but-
like the
but the blacks still do it. But we will whoop you.
Yeah.
Your area will whoop you. But you see that it's just like the Bible told you that train a child the way he should go. In our setting, before you ask something from your parents, there should be a result, an end result. What do you need the thing for? Number one. Why are you asking for that thing? Number two. How is that thing going to affect or have purpose for the family? Do you get it? Pass your exams, we'll buy you a car. Do this, we'll do this for you.
But
So
wait
if you
till
don't
you-
if you don't reciprocate the need that like the ones that your parents are giving to you, we will not provide for you.
You know,
That kind of way.
Yeah,
That's how our system has been like. Their own too seems like because I want it, you have to get it for me.
yeah, something like
Something
that. yeah.
like that. So you don't expect us to be the same, one way or the other. Do you get it?
You know when you study, I don't want to talk much, but when you study this kind of and learning, it's part of this machine learning and data. There is this thing called reinforcements and those kind of things. It goes with it goes with rewards and stuff. It goes with it goes with
That's
like the machine learning and AI kind of things. No? It goes with this kind of, it makes you understand that there are certain rewards if you give it, like this example you're giving, like if you do this, I'll do this. If you do this, I'll do this. It creates this kind of
Back and
fairness,
yes.
This kind of negotiation.
But
But like I don't know, for some reason perhaps that thing might not work. Yeah. So for instance, if let's say you tell me, say, let me pass my exams and then I'll buy you a car or something, and then the system no I then na car me nyanta or jede now no, and then me too. That's my opinion. But like we just have to find a way that, let me put it this way. That's what I'm trying to drive at. You have to find a way of explaining what you want to do with what you're asking from your parents to your parents. Like for instance, you want an iPhone 8. You don't just get up and say you want an iPhone 8. You have to show them the number of followers you've gotten. You can even fake this one is a trick, but no, it's not IT. But
I also understand from it. That means that if they frustrate you, if they are frustrated like that, you didn't give them a reason to believe what you doing. Oh, mommy, this thing they give money. So
the exams I'm doing is not going on well.
You just bought it about 6 months ago.
Okay, it can be.
Like there are a lot of factors.
Yeah, you can be like the girl like this. You can be like, oh, the phone here me pay the iPhone 8 that I want. This is the number of followers I've gotten, but my camera quality is not good. Like the one I'm using is not good. And with the followers, no, when you have a lot of followers on TikTok and those things, brands will start contacting you and stuff. So now my exams is not going on well. So what do you think? Like your parents, they love you. Yeah, like you just have to find a way of getting what you want, so, but like
I guess they just put a condition way on it.
So there's simple. So it's just like whatever you ask, there should be a condition to it. I'm asking because of this.
Is it going to help you? You see, the parents know, they want to know that whatever they're asking, whatever the child is asking for, or whatever the child is going to experience is going to be helpful to the child.
Yes.
So now you want the iPhone 8, you have to make sure that they understand what is the use of the iPhone 8.
Yeah. So just lastly, it's like by how we started, Sijo, you just didn't go to your father and say that I want the camera. How we bought our first camera?
I personally, I be you and your dad brought some, but daddy, my dad, Mr. Kuma, he was like, what they call it then? You know how in the uni they bought me 2 computers in the road, they stole one got spoiled. So I was like, what is a computer? I said, I had to explain to him that, like cameras, he said this where media is getting to, and in future, it's not just photography we're about to do. We want to go into the media space, like applications, website. Are you on one about computer science? So you know my little brother also wanted to do computer, so they were like, nah.
You come and be
like. So I thought that he was over it. When he went to work one day. When he came back, he was like, how much is the deposit for the camera? So he gave us, I think, 70% of it. Then the savings we had then we bought the camera. You get it? So that's true. So I think we should open up. Maybe we should understand both the parents and the child. We're good.
Okay, so Charlie, this is where we'll end today's session of the Stiff Culture Podcast.
Hey, today. Won't we do another one?
Today. Me feel crying. So thank you for joining the Stiff Culture Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment. We need your comments. Okay. Suggestions is very important. We want to know what you think. So, without much, I say, peace out Enjoy the rest of your day.
Sometimes I need is love.